Jai Hind everyone, myself Pragati Pandey and I'm going to start your topic phloem. Okay, in the previous videos you have studied about the tissue and about the xylem also. So as you know that the tissue are of two types, that are meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Okay, so this permanent tissue, which is further divided into two types, that is simple tissue and complex tissue. In simple you have studied the parenchyma, sclerenchyma and collenchyma. Now in complex you know that xylem and phloem is present. Okay, you know that xylem is usually for the transportation of water in the plants. Okay, it transport the water from roots to the tip of each and every part of the plant, whereas the phloem transport food from leaves to each and every part of the plant. Okay, so we will discuss this phloem in detail. Okay, now first thing is that tissue, you know that it is meristematic and permanent. In permanent we are having simple and complex. In simple we have parenchyma, sclerenchyma, collenchyma. Okay, and in complex we have xylem and phloem. Now we will see the derivation of the word phloem. Phloem is derived from the word foliose. Okay, foliose, it means bark. That means it is present in the basal portion of plant. In tree it is innermost layer of bark. Okay, it is in the trees, it is the innermost layer of the bark. Okay, here is a tree. Okay, in this portion, this central part of this tree is having phloem. Okay, you have to be aware of this position, and when we see this in detail form, its sectional cut, then we will recognize the structure of the phloem. Now we will study the structure of the phloem. Okay, now phloem basically occurs in all higher plants. Okay, it is present in all higher plants and consists of both living and non-living cells. Okay, phloem tissue are also complex tissue. You know that it is complex tissue that consists of both parenchymatous and sclerenchymatous cell. Okay, in this the parenchymatous and sclerenchymatous cells both are present. The main function of phloem is to conduct food from the leaves to the other part of the plant. You know that it also stores food and provide mechanical support to the softer phloem tissue. Yes, it provides mechanical support. You will study the four structure organization of the phloem, then you will learn that how it support the body part of the plant. Okay, here you can see that phloem properties are given. You know that it transport water and food. Okay, composed of sieve element cell which connect from a tube. Now we will see the four elements of phloem. Okay, the four elements of phloem are sieve tube or sieve element, companion cells, fiber and parenchyma. Okay, so we will see all these four one by one. Okay, first of all we will see the sieve tube. Okay, sieve tube consists of sieve tube cells. Cross walls separating the cell are perforated by minute pores, and transport occurs through cytoplasm by diffusion and active transport. Yes, in this you can see that the phloem structure are given, which are longitudinal cells, and it has sieve tube between these longitudinal cells. Now we will see it by our diagram. Here you can see that this portion of tree is opened here, and you can see the structure. Here you can see that this is a longitudinal cells. Okay, these are longitudinal cells. So these longitudinal tube-like structure are sieve tubes. Okay, this is sieve tube, and in the end of these tubes you can see that one structure we have taken here, in this you can see that here it is a pore and here it is also a pore. These pores are sieve plate. Okay, these pores are sieve plate, or you can also say that perforation. Perforation, that means small pores are present. Where these pores are present? These pores are present in the sieve tube at the end of each longitudinal cells. Okay, and here this is phloem parenchyma. This is parenchymatous cell which provide structural organization to the phloem fiber. And third thing is companion cells. Okay, here these are companion cells. All these are companion cells which provide support. Okay, support is provided by companion cells. Okay, now we will see the detailed organization and structure of all these. Okay, now you can see this in your book that the structure of phloem consists of sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. So first of all we will go through sieve tube. Here it is written that sieve tube are the main element and perform the conducting function in the phloem. Yes, because it is having tube. Earlier I have told you that they have cylindrical elongated structure. They are longitudinal cells, and at the end they are having numerous pores, that is called perforation. Right now I have told you that look like sieve. Yes, that look like sieve. Therefore these perforated sieve walls are called sieve plate. I have told you that what is sieve plate. The cell in this sieve tube at maturity consists of cytoplasm with no nucleus. Yes, one more thing. These longitudinal cells, when comes at the maturity position, then they does not have nucleus. They only have the cytoplasm along with cell organelles. Okay, the sieve cells remain living at maturity dependent on the adjacent companion cells. Yes, you know that beside the sieve tube there is a companion cell which provide support to the sieve tubes. Okay, so this sieve tube having pores and through pores cell to cell transport of food occurs. Okay, now we will see the companion cells. Companion cells are elongated, thin-walled living cell that are associated with the sieve tube. The companion cells have dense cytoplasm and a prominent nucleus. These cells assist the sieve tube in conduction of food material in the plant. Yes, they are present beside the sieve tube and they provide the support to the sieve tube and helps the sieve tube in the conduction of food from one end to another end. Okay, now phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchymatous cells are thin-walled living cells. They help in the storage of the food. Yes, I have told you in the structure of that phloem that they have storage function. You can see in this structure where the sieve tubes are present, parenchymatous cells are present and companion cells are present. You can see that parenchymatous cells are on the exterior position of the phloem tissue and they are for the storage of the food which is prepared by the plant. Okay, now fourth one is our phloem fiber. Okay, phloem fibers are also called bast fiber. Yes, they are also called bast fiber and they are non-living. First thing you have to remember that in earlier we have studied that these phloem are either living or non-living. So in this part the phloem fiber is having non-living condition. So we will read further. These fibers are made of elongated lignified non-living cells. Okay, they provide mechanical support to the soft and delicate tissue of phloem. Yes, they are non-living and due to non-living condition they are quietly hard. So they provide mechanical support to all the delicate tissue of phloem. Okay, all the soft tissue of phloem. Transportation of food through phloem in plant can be demonstrated by an experiment commonly called girdling experiment. Yes, transportation of food from one end to another end in the phloem is basically demonstrated by an experiment called girdling experiment. The girdling of stem means removing the phloem tissue from them. Yes, usually when you remove the phloem from plant body, then you can recognize that the food cannot travel from one end to another end. Okay, so this phloem fiber usually provide mechanical strength to the soft and delicate part of phloem. Okay, so we have studied the structure of phloem and 4 elements of phloem. Now in the next video we will study about the process involved in the transportation of water and minerals. Okay, we will discuss diffusion, osmosis, active transport. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you, class.